Mr. Hardie, can you enlighten the committee on the role of the Research Advisory Committee on Gulf War illness in the preparation of a major survey of Gulf War era veterans that Dr. Coughlin was talking about in his testimony? Were the recommendations that the Research Advisory Committee made regarding the changes to the survey ignored, and what has happened to the survey?
Thank you very much for that question, Madam Ranking Member. The Research Advisory Committee made a number of recommendations early on in when the committee first became aware of that the survey existed. Many of those Office of Public Health staff, including Dr. Aaron Schneiderman that was mentioned earlier, refused to provide the Research Advisory Committee with answers to whether or not that the requested changes had been made. If any changes had been made, refused even to tell our chairman where his office was so the chairman could come and have a private meeting with him. And I was frankly shocked, and candidly, I expressed at that meeting that I hadn't seen such a display of arrogance and insolence, and that I thought that he should be fired. I was absolutely shocked. And so my understanding, when we finally saw the survey that went out, the expert, I'm simply a Gulf War veteran on the panel that's had a lot of experience with these things, but I look to many of the scientists that I find to be brilliant and experts in their field, and had put together a comprehensive survey list and focusing on the important issues to Gulf War veterans, like Gulf War, frankly, Gulf War illness issues. And it did not appear that those issues were being included in the survey. And when we finally saw the survey, it was extremely troubling that much of it was focused on psychological and psychiatric issues. Frankly, it was extremely upsetting for Gulf War veterans.
Do you know where the survey is now?
I think that others may be better suited to answer that question.
Dr. Coughlin.
The Research Advisory Committee on Gulf War illness provided scientific critiques as part of the formal Office of Management and Budget's regulatory process. We published an announcement in the Federal Register as required by OMB about this national data collection, and the public can indeed provide written comments, which VA is obligated to respond to. The false statements and other ethical problems that I mentioned in my testimony, those problems may well have compromised the integrity of the OMB regulatory process. So I just wanted to reinforce Mr. Hardie's comments.